Kazuya Mishima is alive, I guess. That's the best I've got for that one. So, fair warning before we get into this part, I am not very experienced with Tekken at all. However, I do know a lot of second-hand knowledge about Tekken via the internet or things like that. Born in the 2010s, wow, that makes me feel kind of old. Yeah, wow, Sun and Moon were in the 2010s, interesting. And Minecraft, yeah, talked about that in the Steve video, that Minecraft was definitely before my time. So I don't know why it tells you about packs to purchase that, you already have, and also showing off me costumes of, crying people, but anyway, so this is gonna be a little bit weird because I've never played Tekken, I don't know a lot about it, but I have seen a lot of info on Tekken online, and I did almost get into Tekken, which is a really strange thing to say. But that is kind of like what happened. I was kind of big into Soul Calibur back in the day, and I was so close to renting Tekken 5 from Blockbuster, and if I did, maybe I would have more to say about the series, but what this is gonna be is, I'm gonna basically be telling stories about stories that I've heard from Tekken. Secondhand knowledge. So, kind of strange. I also have watched the Mr. Sakurai Presents for this, and that actually looks a lot cooler. I think I actually have seen him in that kind of pose in one of the art of the Tekken games. Fighting fist with fist. Now, I'm guessing this is all going to be stamina mode, and it's also going to be mostly sort of punching type fighters. Kazuya kind of seems like a more extreme Little Mac. A lot of combo potential, a lot of super armor, but also very limited range, and a super that can be worked around. Oh look, it's Street Fighter Cross Tekken, everyone loved that game. Yeah, and I'm already failing, I guess that shows... Okay, so that's a slow attack, but it has a lot of super armor, and okay. See, I know that mashing, like, the punch button, gives me 10-hit combo. Including that, so that's like the baby's dialer combo thing. Okay, that gives me like a dropping attack. Okay, so my forward smash is very laggy, I've got to remember that. And that's also a very slow and laggy attack. But he walked right into it. Oh, for a second I was Mollymock. Because that's like, that actually kind of like the purple devil horns, it just kind of looked like that. Oh, Captain Falcon, this is going to be fun. So I do feel like Tekken is a decent sort of fit for the Smash, I almost said for the Street Fighter universe, and they kind of did that in a way, but now I'm trying to do a Shoryuken motion and punch, but it's a Shoryuken motion to dash forward. That's like the only attack, like, combo that I remember from, yeah, from the Mr. Sakurai Presents. So it's, Kazuya's kind of all about dying, apparently. Yeah, I'm not good with these kind of fighting game input type of characters. So I guess I'm just going to do my my best like this, but I do know about the rage mechanic. It's a lot of light attacks, and I'm not actually great at light attacks in my... Like, that's a lot of combo potential, though. But I'm not great at light attacks in my Smash games. I normally prefer to just, like, use a lot of slower Smash attacks. That's why I'm better with characters like Pythra. I'm referencing an unused voice clip from Rex in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 there, and, an Ike. But Kazuya does seem to have a few more ranged options. I don't know if I even did that correctly, that Shoryuken motion, but, than Little Mac, and better recovery options at least. Side B does that and potentially knocks them to the ground, where I can follow up with, not that, because that goes right over their head, because I'm an idiot. Okay, and I kind of my combo automatically connected there because, ow, because I'm not losing it like this, that would be really terrible. There we go. Because, like, I turn to face my opponents. I know that he has an attack that you need to, like, pull the stick backwards for as well. So, like, apparently just like Tekken, and if I've played Soul Calibur, so I'm guessing it's similar, every character in those games has so many moves that you're really not expected to learn all of them. Like, even the expert competitive players aren't expected to learn all of them. I know I have a meteor on something. It's definitely not what I'm doing right now. This is just like basically me just faffing about and button mashing with Kazuya, but I know that my down B does a kind of a throwing drop attack, which he just did to me. Yeah, my forward smash is already so laggy that I don't even, like, know how I'd even consider charging it. Oh. And down again. Yeah, I am predicting that I'm gonna really suck with this guy, but we'll find out. I'm probably gonna suck less than I do with Steve. Nice. Nice axe kick there, and I'm lying on the ground scowling menacingly. That's great. I really don't like this ground. I mean, intensity-wise, I'm doing better than I thought. In a lot of ways, Lucario kind of is a Tekken character, so yeah, no wonder they had that, was it Namco that made, I've forgotten the name of the Pokemon fighting game already, okay, yeah, you are a little short for that. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that is a very short, attack, but it's a lot of combo starting potential. And it can hit through platforms sometimes. And I can do a jumping laser. So, okay, I'm probably just lucking my way through these. He does seem to be a bit of a terror up close and very, very combo-centric. So I'm worried about that because I know that Bayonetta was, like, really, Are these supposed to be jacks? I guess they are. But yeah, because Bayonetta was extremely combo-centric. Oh, this isn't even a stamina battle. Okay, then. Interesting. Yeah. And Bayonetta was combo-centric, and, she turned out to be really broken. I still like how we have those Tekken-style hit flashes. Can't charge that or anything. Okay, yeah, there we go. We have that, there's the throw. And it gets stronger if you're in Rage mode, but it cancels your Rage mode, which I think Rage mode is a mechanic from the newer Tekken games. And yeah, they have that cinematic camera angle, too. Apparently my up B has a lot of launching power at the very start of the move, just like I demonstrated there. Oh, the wings went away before I could show them in the victory pose. So Kazuya is, like, he's actually more fun than I was expecting, but I'm probably being horrible with the combos. Although, the way that, like, I'm having him look now, he looks a lot like a Yakuza character to me. This is totally unrelated, but lately I've been watching somebody stream one of the Yakuza games, and they actually look kind of interesting. I mean, I might kind of want to... Well, I mean, obviously, I don't... Oh, crap, my bad jump height is coming back to bite me there. Need to move faster, because my first jump is terrible, but my second jump seems to be a little higher, but also very slow. His run speed isn't that bad, though. It's just interesting. Like, he does really move like a Tekken character would. I like how Sakurai mentioned, like, things about that, and like how his short jump height is better for combos and things like that, because he can't even get all of those suns there. That has some mild recovery on it. Sorry for going between a lot of different topics, but yeah, I might want to try and play one of the Yakuza games someday. Especially Yakuza Like a Dragon, because it's a turn-based RPG. 2 Kazuyas. This is probably a reference to something, and it's not stamina. Okay, then. He teched out of that. Or ukemi'd, or I'm not really sure. Ah, that was a miss. Oh, ow. Nice uppercut there. I do like how I'm getting thrown off the stage by myself. I do like how I can do that. Nice. Oh, he's his full rage mode though. Aha! He was vulnerable, and I got him with that. And next we have Metal Kazuya. I'm not really sure. Yep, shielding against a rival Kazuya probably a bad idea because I did like 50 damage in a single hit. Wow. Because you know Kazuya has a lot of shield break moves. It seems. Oh no, no, I'm getting. Yeah, it seems like the AI is at this point a little too dumb to mash out of those, but you can quite easily mash out of being stunned like that. Axe kick! No. It's like the Gum Gum axe from the only arc of One Piece I ever saw. And I'm going to be cheap here and spend a ticket just to get back in here and see if I can get a decent amount of intensity out of this. Completely failed at that. It's also, one thing that I will say that I'm liking about Kazuya, he's a fighting game character in Smash who doesn't have a counter. And like, considering this shit... My devil laser is better than yours! Considering the sheer number of Smash characters who have counters, I'm kind of impressed they managed to make one without one. There we go. So yeah, Kazuya, I'm not like a huge, hugely good with him, but he actually is a lot more fun than I expected. Again, I'm probably embarrassing all of the Kazuya experts out there. It's just kind of randomly mashing buttons and stuff like that. But it is kind of cool actually, and he attacks a lot faster than I'd expect too. He's a lightning bruiser, I'd describe him, like to go by the TV trope. I have basically no experience with any Tekken music, apart from something called, I think, like the Ultimate in Iron Arena or something. I forget exactly what it's called, but only because somebody used it as a character theme in an Ace Attorney fan game. And they also got kind of lucky because Tekken Tag Tournament 2 remixed that song, so they were able to give that character an epic remix of their own theme later on in the game, which is pretty cool. That fan game is called it's Ace Attorney Contempt of Court. I'd actually recommend it. It's a pretty good fan game. I personally prefer it to Conflict of Interest, but this isn't an Ace Attorney video, so, yeah. Anyway, again, Tekken, I am not, my only experience with Tekken is the fact that I almost got into it when I was younger by renting Tekken 5, but I decided not to for some reason, in the end. And that I rented the PS2 version of Soul Calibur 2 just to try out Heihachi. Oh, actually, it's Heihachi. That's actually how it's pronounced. But just to try him out, because I played mostly Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube version for Link, who, ironically... Yeah, I didn't actually like Link very much, and I know that the GameCube version vastly outsold all other versions of Soul Calibur 2 just because people thought Link was so fitting in Soul Calibur, but I actually really hated how Link was portrayed in Soul Calibur. Not only was he pretty much extreme bottom tier from what I heard, the fact that he's silent and everyone else talks, in his story mode cutscenes, it kind of makes him look really stupid. It's sort of weird, you can do cutscenes with a silent protagonist decently well, Breath of the Wild did that well with a silent Link, but everyone else voiced, and Metroid Prime 3 did that really well, but they did it, the way that the cutscenes in Soul Calibur 2 were designed, and the fact that Link just doesn't talk, and only says, ha, 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 into the cutscenes, it made him look like an idiot. So... yeah, that was that. So I played the PS2 version just to try out Heihachi, and he was kind of weird being a pure melee character, being a pure punching character in a fighting game about weapons. And I love that his ultimate weapon was just called Tekken, and it was his bare fists. Which kind of implies that all of his other weapons was him holding back. So yeah, I don't actually know too much about Kazuya. I know more about Heihachi because of Soul Calibur and the other appearances of him, but he does seem to be pretty fun in it, and he was apparently the protagonist of Tekken 1, and then the big twist was that he was kind of the villain all along. Well, a villain fighting against a worse villain is kind of what I feel that the story seems to be going for, because he was going for, taking down Heihachi, but then he becomes an even worse villain after defeating him, I think, is how it works. And I think in Tekken 7, he and Heihachi take turns being the villain protagonist. But yeah, the throwing off the cliff thing is like him throwing his father off the same cliff that his abusive father threw him off when he was a child. So yeah, that was Kazuya, and I'm kind of sorry if my thoughts just flitted around everywhere for that. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be going to Spirits, and we're going to be going to the second last Spirit board. I actually do recognize some of this artwork. So next time we'll be doing the Spirits, and we're probably going to get murdered by the 4-star one. Or not, we'll see. Because the 4-stars have been very inconsistent. Malos went down easily, and then the Turks here were actually harder than Bahamut. But then this one was just a pain because I'm not good with Steve, and then Nax Brass was horrifying until I accidentally spiked him off the edge. So, we'll see how that goes next time.